Nightclubs, the home of dance music and big nights out.
I love cutting shapes, I just love house music, the DJs, everything.
But is that changing?
This used to be the biggest place. There's nothing left here now.
So are people deserting the clubs for new places to party? We speak to Rudimental.
Now the DJs are on main stages in outdoor festivals.
The boss of Ministry of Sound.
I think people are finding different ways and different places to go out.
And the guys doing their own thing.
Well, you see it like a massive wreck. This pile of rubbish. Yeah. That's exactly the look we're going for.
This is a car warehouse, or a car mechanic shop.
As we ask, where have all the clubs gone? New Road, Peterborough. This used to be a big night out, but as you can see, it's not anymore. And it's a similar story up and down the country.
What was this then?
This used to be Liquid.
Alice got in touch over Facebook when we said we were looking at club closures.
This was literally the biggest place to go. We have no real need to come here for a night out anymore.
And what's this? What's
This
through these
used to
doors?
be the entrance to New York.
Right, okay.
Which was where you'd go on Tuesday on gay night.
Well, it feels quite final. I mean, you look through here, there's like grass growing through. And
This used to be the biggest place, and now it's just shut down since New Year's, so there's nothing left here now. Hi guys, this is Jim.
Hi there.
We then went to meet Alice's mates on a night out.
Nightclub culture's dying out, definitely. None of my friends go to nightclubs. It's more bars or festivals. They save for that big festival.
Big entry fees don't help to some of these clubs though, do they? I mean, you can go to a bar for free and drink all night with your friends.
You wouldn't go clubbing here, would you?
You might do. I mean, I'd go
You
north.
wouldn't.
The group that represents nightclub owners say that in 2005 there were more than 3,000 clubs, and that this year it's down to just over 1,700. That means nearly half have shut, and the industry is worried. Steve Aoki is one of the world's top DJs. He says nightclubs are vital for dance music.
They're incredibly important. I mean, this is where the culture has thrived and grown. Without those clubs, there wouldn't be new sounds, new subcultures in the dance genre being able to grow. Like, you need to have those bases to be able to build and expand and push this culture forward.
But some clubs are still going strong.
So we're in central London now, and we're just coming up to Ministry of Sound, so we'll be able to find out why people are still going to big nights at one of the most famous clubs in the country.
See your ID, please.
Yeah, sure.
I'm always out here and it's just crazy.
What do you love about Ministry?
I love cutting shapes, I just love house music, the DJs, everything.
I enjoy clubs more than festivals because I like the big, I like trance DJs.
I've been to smaller venues and festivals, but because this club is much bigger, you'll meet people from all over the world because it is such a big club.
Where have you come from?
Latvia.
Latvia?
Yeah.
You must be a big fan.
Yeah, I follow ATB the last 15 years.
You would never find anything like this in Newcastle. It's a great change. Like, I love being in this sort of environment and everyone's just absolutely amazing.
Earlier, Ministry boss Lohan Presencer gave me a tour.
This is an old bus station, and you can still see the holes in the roof.
This is one of the original bits of the first club.
Yeah, this is the first club. This bar has been here for 25 years.
Lohan, you run one of the most famous nightclubs in the country, so you're probably in quite a good position to evaluate the state of clubbing here.
I think it's in a very challenging place. I don't think the number of people who are going clubbing at the weekends is probably any different to where it was 20 years ago, but I do think that they're going to different places. You know, with the advent of later pub opening hours, the smoking ban, student tuition fees, and the squeeze that a lot of people are under financially since the recession, I think people are finding different ways and different places to go out. And so what that's meant is a lot of the bigger venues have shut down.
Would you run a nightclub outside of London? Would you go up to, say, Bolton and put a nightclub on in Bolton? Or
I think I'd never say never. It's very difficult outside London. I think it's very difficult to get the number of people into the venue at the price you need to get them into the venue to be able to put the talent to get the number of people into the venue that you need to make the business make sense.
He's probably right to be cautious. Some of the biggest clubs in the country have closed over the past few years. The Arches shut recently in Glasgow. In Birmingham, closed. And the end is one of many to go in London.
Hi man.
How you doing?
How you doing? You good?
Clubs may have been shutting, but
Yeah,
people still want to go out. We're in Manchester to see an alternative.
So this is our bar area.
Hugo Monypenny runs warehouse parties across the north of England.
Yeah, and then we have some girls over here doing some smoothies. Over there we have our candle tree. Very nice. We got our green room of sorts, smallest, emptiest green room in the world, but we're not fussy. Through here we have our headline act. There's currently sound checking.
Hence the noise.
Hence the noise. This is the space. Keep it nice and cosy.
Sound check over, and we grab a chat.
This is a car warehouse, or a car mechanic shop, and it's gone from that to something that potentially later on is going to be
resembles
almost a nightclub.
Yeah, resembles a dodgy nightclub. Yeah, and that's part of the love of it. Really, is setting up and building something from scratch. The idea of doing warehouse parties is really kind of like a nod to years gone by when Manchester was a massive warehouse kind of rave scene.
Where have they gone? Where in the nightclubbers gone?
Well, I think there's still people still do go clubbing. People want something a bit different. This is much more hedonistic and relaxed, and we don't have any rules about smoking inside. It's not a place to come and look cool or anything. It's just a place people want to come for the music.
Two of Hugo's mates are also working hard to put on parties. This is Chris and Nick.
Do you, mate?
They've got the lease on a massive warehouse for the next 10 years, and they're in the middle of turning it into Manchester's newest venue. But to be honest, it looks like a building site.
Oh, you see it like a massive wreck. I don't see it like that. This is basically the look we're going for, this pile of rubbish. That's exactly the look we're going for. No, but it's just something different from the city of Manchester.
One question I keep asking people is I keep saying, where have the clubbers gone? This is the theme. Where
like
are
I
they?
said, they are waiting for our club to open. That's what they're doing, mate.
Obviously, the sales pitch says they're waiting for here. But do you think people are changing the way they're clubbing? That's what I'm trying to get at.
I think the way people are changing. Basically, it swings and roundabouts. My old man used to say, back in the day, there was you had your swanky nightclubs. It's sort of a cycle, but. I wouldn't say it's changed completely. This is just we're offering an alternative.
It's 11:30. We've come back to Hugo's night to see if it's got a lot busier than when we left it, because at that point it was just him and his friends. And as you can see, it's obviously starting to fill up quite a lot. But we're going to go and catch up with Hugo now to see if he's happy with how things are going.
Yeah, it's going well. We've got more people coming in, so I reckon it'll be pretty busy.
Do you think conventional clubbing is dying?
The nightlife isn't going to die down. It just needs to fight. It needs to adapt, take on a different form, as it were. But then I suppose it is also going around in circles, because this is where it all kind of started from. Who knows, in 5 years' time, 10 years' time, we might be back to warehouse parties won't really be big anymore. It'll just be straight clubbing again.
Do you prefer this kind of clubbing or clubbing in town?
No, I prefer this kind of clubbing, really.
Why?
Well, it's better environment, better people.
When you're going out into town, there's loads of rules. The bouncers can be really subjective about who they want to get in there.
Commercial nights, they have to please their crowd, whereas independent nights, they can do what they want.
So I don't like to be in a club just a bit stressed out with lots of people just pushing me.
But the smaller and dingier a club night is, the better it is.
Everyone's kind of relaxed. They get on with the night. If you like this music, you get on with people and you just connect via the beat.
So we're being told that clubs are closing at an alarming rate. This is Lovebox Festival, a dance music festival set up by Groove Armada. So it seems like the perfect place to find out if clubbers are abandoning nightclubs and coming to festivals instead. Which do you prefer, nightclubs or festivals?
Festivals.
Why?
There's just so much more to do when you're at a festival.
The sun's out today, so that makes it a real special occasion. You don't get this in a nightclub, do you, really?
The vibe here is better. It's more laid back, relaxed, and everyone's kind of just together.
I love a festival, especially when the weather's like this. Can't beat it, really.
I like having space to move about and dance as well. I don't like going to nightclubs when they're too packed and you can't actually dance.
So tell me when it kicks in. Today's headliner at Lovebox, Rudimental, are a good example of the shift from clubbing to festivals.
Rudimental, there's the live outfit, there's also the DJ outfit. We still keep that element very much alive.
You guys play dance music that would have normally been played in nightclubs. Obviously, you're touring the world, headlining festivals. Do you think there's been a big shift from clubs to festivals?
If you look at the 90s and where it was all about putting your own sound system in a field illegally, maybe it's kind of going back to that, but without the illegal side.
In the 90s, there was a hell of a lot of clubs out there, a lot of DJs, and now the DJs are on main stages in outdoor festivals. It's a cycle that goes into live, into this kind of field, and then it'll go back into the club.
Hi Jim.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you?
Yeah, good. Right, let's show you what we found.
Cool.
Back at Radio 1, I took what we found to Dance Anthems DJ Danny Howard. So Danny, you've seen our video up to now.
Yep.
What do you make of it?
I think you're highlighting basically a change in club culture. Now you've got major events spread about throughout the year, festivals, clubs like Ministry of Sound who book DJs every single week, but people travel from, it makes it like a destination place to go. But then you still do have your local level of clubbing. And I think since the licence laws changed, when 24-hour drinking came in and bars could stay in later, I think they thought, oh, well, we'll just put a DJ on.
You're next Danny Howard, who's in Peterborough, looking to kind of cut his teeth or her teeth and go out there and start DJing.
Yeah.
I mean, where's she going to play?
The way you make it to the top now has changed. You don't have to, do the groundwork in playing empty clubs like I did and playing your friends' birthdays. You can just produce music, have one hit. Look at like Martin Garrix, Oliver Heldens. They just spent time in their bedroom as opposed to going to a club, and look where they are now.
So I've been asking everyone the same question: where have all the clubbers gone? So Danny, where have they gone?
I don't think they've gone anywhere. I just think they're picking and choosing which nights they want to go to, which DJs they want to see play, and also, whether they want to go take a summer holiday in Ibiza, for example. That said, I believe that from what I've seen around the country, people and promoters are putting on good nights. Compared to 10 years ago, the culture's changed. It's not about going out every Saturday night. It's just about picking and choosing the right night.